Hey friends, Kristin here, and you're watching Cheers to the Magic. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about the new drone show that's happening at Disney Springs. So I got to go check it out last night, and I'm gonna insert some of the footage from that. I was filming on my phone, so it's not perfect. It doesn't really do it justice, I guess. You have to see it in person to really be able to tell just how big the characters are, and just seeing the drones fly in, and you can kind of hear the sound of them as they start, coming in to do their thing. It's really cool. It was a neat show. I would definitely recommend checking it out on your next vacation. There's 800 drones, and the characters are up to 400 feet high, I think they said. There's not really a storyline that it goes by. It just is kind of like a mishmash of different, it's got Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, Pixar. It's got all those different characters in it, but it's not really telling a story. It's just kind of a very neat visual, and they have, of course, some music and speaking sounds that go with it. So like I said, I'm gonna let you guys take a look at it here, and then I will give you some of my thoughts. Before I cut to that, the show is going on from now until September 2nd, and it's supposed to have 2 shows nightly. So they're currently on the calendar is a 9 p.m. show and a 10:45 p.m. show. And so they're both a little bit late. I think more people attend the 9 p.m. show than the 10:45 p.m. show. So if you are a night owl, or if you can stand to be up that late, you might find less crowds at the later show, which is what I did last night. So enjoy a little bit of footage from the show, and I will give you my thoughts afterwards. All right, so there are cast members directing us where to go out here. So it's pretty clear where you need to go in order to watch the show. It's not so crowded out here at this time of night. Everybody's kind of headed in the same direction here to get a spot for the show, which starts in about 10 minutes. And we are headed down towards Cirque du Soleil and House of Blues, around towards the water.
We invite you to look to the skies for Disney Dreams That Soar, presented by AT&T.
Okay, we have made our way back behind House of Blues, and we are standing in this little grassy area to watch the show. I have heard you don't necessarily have to be all the way up close to see, so I'm kind of standing back towards the back of the grass, so I'm not right next to the water.
Underneath the starlit sky, a timeless adventure is about to unfold, inspired by the magic makers, heroes, and dreamers who have come before. Now, unleash your heart, let your imagination fly, and discover just where you'll go as we present Disney Dreams That Soar.
met you, and I love you.
I want to learn the ways of the Force and become a Jedi like my father.
You've taken your first step into a larger world. That's no moon. It's a space station.
The Force is strong with this one.
You're all clear, kid. Now let's pull this thing and go home.
The Force will be with you. Always.
Hello, I am Baymax, your personal healthcare companion. Baymax, wings. Thrusters.
Hey, you know what? There's another name you might know me by.
Welcome to the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Dance off, bro.
Okay, so the video there was not perfect, but I hope you were able to get a little bit of an idea of what you can expect to see. You may have noticed I was kind of off, almost to the side a little bit. I will say on the video footage, I could almost tell what the characters were a little bit better than I could when I was just like standing there looking up at the sky. So I really think that the best place that you could watch the show from would be kind of in the middle of the area that they have designated as like the viewing area. And that would be like around Haleo and like behind Summer House on the lake, that kind of area back there on the waterfront. I think you would have a more head-on view, whereas I was kind of looking at everything from like a 45-degree angle. So some, especially during the finale, there were some of the characters that popped up that I couldn't, it took me a minute to make out like what the character was, just because of the location I was standing in. And the place that I was basically as far off to the side as you could get. So it was behind Cirque du Soleil and next to the Surface parking lot, and like behind House of Blues, all of that. So that whole area from there all the way to the balloon, the aerofoil, that whole area is designated as viewing. Now you don't have to be right up next to the water to get a good view. I stood way back. I was like back at the sidewalk and I could still see just fine. Everything's up high enough that it shouldn't, I mean, unless you are really short and there's somebody really tall standing in front of you where like, I don't know, everything's just, it's high up enough that standing further back doesn't make a big difference. You don't have to be standing on the water to see the show. And they pump the music in loud enough. I mean, you can hear it a pretty good ways away. I don't believe that they are pumping the music in on the other side, like down where the boathouse is or Jock Lindsay's. And you also wouldn't have, you can see the drones from there. You can see them from, gosh, probably a lot of places around the lake, but I think the only place that they're actually pumping the music in is going to be in that designated area between the balloon and Cirque du Soleil and the parking over there. So like I said, I did choose to go to the later show last night at 10:45. And I've been hearing things that the earlier show can be a little bit of a mad rush. Now it was a little crowded. What time did I got there around like 9:30, I think. And there were still people, there were both people exiting and people kind of heading towards the waterfront. I did not walk up to the waterfront until about 5 or 10 minutes before the show. So you don't have to walk up there extremely early in order to get a good spot. But I do think there were probably less people at 10:45 than there was at 9 o'clock. When I got to the parking garage, there were hundreds of spots available. So, and that's very unusual. I think both the orange and the lime garage had hundreds of spots available. So I think probably everybody in Disney Springs was kind of in that west side area at that time. So that maybe made it feel a little crowded, but still not so bad. And then after the show, it did not take too long to get out of Disney Springs. I hung around for about 30 minutes. The show lasts about 9 minutes. I hung around for about 30, and by the time I left, I was able to roll right out of the garage and go home. So, not too much of a struggle to get out at that time. Now, I have heard if you go to the earlier show, you might want to stick around for maybe 30-45 minutes because everybody tries to rush out as soon as it's over. And I've been hearing that that can be a little bit of a mess for a few minutes. So that would definitely be a good idea to stick around for a couple minutes after that show. So overall, it was a good experience. I would definitely recommend checking it out if you are planning to do an evening at Disney Springs during your vacation. I look forward to going and seeing it again. It's something that, like I said, the cameras just can't do it justice. The drones are so pretty, the lights are so pretty, and this is the first that I know of Walt Disney World doing something with drones. So it's really cool. It's just a unique thing to catch right now, and I am curious to see what they'll do with it after September, whenever it supposedly goes away. I wonder if they have thoughts of continuing it either in a park or doing another iteration of the show. Let me know what you think, if you have any predictions for what they're going to do, or if they're going to continue to use drones in the entertainment for either the parks or Disney Springs. All right, guys, I appreciate you following along with me today and checking out this new show with me. If you are looking to plan your next vacation to Disney, Universal, a cruise, all-inclusive resorts, a guided tour, any sort of thing, reach out to me. I would love to help you out. My email is Kristin@fantasticalvacations.com, and you could also fill out the quote request form that is linked in the description below. And make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, guys. It really helps me out, and I really appreciate you all and your support. And I will see you on the next video. Cheers to the magic.